Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This one is about to get underway. It's United5 taking on Idle. The winner faces Czech 6 in the grand final of the QuakeCon 2005 ET. We are banging straight underway. United5 lining up with Silver, Spartan, Bob, Special, Aaliyah, and Axe on the Allied side, making their push down towards the main route. We have got Spy, Galahad, HK, Lang, Holz, and Dystans, aka Gazeta on that bottom level. Special using the momentum, drops down left, pulls in the Panzerfaust, just dropping one, but Aaliyah and Axe coming in. Idle have already fallen back 2 players to this flag. Spy is one of them, and he will just fall back. We have Galahad joining him, Allied player pushing in towards that 4 bunker, but the Axis spawn on top of it. No such luck for him. And we have Special again on the bottom level. Dynamite yellow here. We have reinforcements. Special double Panzerfaust clearing out HK and Galahad. Spartan though dropped by Holz. Special last man standing, getting in there. Holz out for the count, but 3 down for the Axis team. Reinforcements coming in for the Allied United5 side. Revive on Aaliyah. Superbly timed by Axe there. And now Aaliyah will drop that dynamite down. And United5 have started this one very well. 60 seconds on the clock. 63 seconds on the clock. And the dynamite is down. That is clockwork.
Quite outstanding beginning to this game here. U5 making up for some lost time last night. Showing us they can play these matches nice and quickly. We're watching, oh, not good, as we've seen Dynamite defused inside by the Idle team. Idle not about to be denied their opportunity at the grand finals. They want to come through here. We're watching for the next attack to come in. I'm following Spartan from U5 as an engineer. Has that rifle nade loaded up. Wants to do some damage inside. Sees HK. Let it rip. And tries to do... There we got switching to the bullets. Going to try to trap him in a corner. Instead gets slapped down by some... well, a lot of fire going on in there. Just a lot of devastation happening inside. We're still waiting for another engineer from U5 to come in and repeat their very quick plan. Gotta keep attacking, and we're watching for that next one. Where are engineers for U5 right now?
Well, Spartan just ran in, Galahad style against negative image on his own, no medic, going down, and well, that was... We picked up on Galahad last time in Inside the Game when he just went in, undisciplined, and was massacred. But here we go. Special, unable to use the momentum, just getting plugged away by the MP40 shots. He hits the deck. Special's had a good round with that Panzerfaust, but Lang, 1, 2, 3, 4 grenades going in there, just annihilating this Czech 6, this U5 side, coming out of those tunnels.
Yes, and we're watching as Aaliyah is going to make another attack here as the engineer, holding back just a moment. The truck is moving forward just a little bit. They want to be careful about how far that truck comes forward. The next attack coming through by the U5 team, looking for the engineers inside. Idle trying to hold them off. Galahad spawns in. We're still watching for the engineer to go down. Axe is guarding that doorway. Silver guarding the doorway as well, waiting for the engineer. Where's the plant? The engineer's coming off the spawn, moving into position. Aaliyah has that dynamite down. Pliers come out, and dynamite is now planted for the second time with 12 minutes left to go.
Allied side exchanging fire at the bunker. Dystans is the one to try and stop them. Dystans now has reclaimed that flag for the Axis seed. Holz going in for the defuse. 15 seconds on it. Rifle nade. Holz bye-bye, but medics are there. Second engineer coming in. They need another one. Where's the Panzerfaust? 10. He's going to get the defuse. The MP40 shots coming in. Oh, no. Where was the Panzer? Where was the rifle? Anything explosive right there. Too little, too late. Holz and Lang combining well there for this Idle team, who picked Supply Depot, which is interesting because United5 yesterday against Motors.
Dynamite planted. Firing for effect. Dynamite planted. Need a medic. Dynamite defused.
If you were to drop a fire for effect somewhere around this area where we're hovering now, just on the first exit of those stairwells, you see how many people are going up here. Holz has already gone there. Dystans past its vicinity. It could rage if your opposition is heavily dependent on a self-kill for their defense. We have Spy, Galahad, and Lang just operating the tunnel exit and the rock. Got some cover. Dynamite is going to be oh, Spartan's on a landmine right there. Picked off from above. Bob is the only man backed up by Aaliyah. Dynamite yellow on that main entrance. 2 medics to cover him. Here come the reinforcements for the Axis side, but Dynamite down on the depot gate, the all-important one.
All right, we're watching this Dynamite as it counts down. 25 seconds left to go. Nice grenade by Holz. Gonna get in there. Here comes the defuse by Lang. Lang slapped down by that grenade from Aaliyah. Aaliyah also gonna die there. Here we come for another defuse as Galahad gets everyone back up and running. 11 seconds left. Slapping him down with another Thompson, and Silver comes in and does the damage. 6 seconds left, and there we go. A support fire by distance, doing a lot of damage, but not enough to stop that Dynamite from blowing the depot gate wide open. Now we're watching for that truck to come on down the hill and go into what could be a very good time here on Supply Depot as we're heading into the stage with the gold.
Well, we're right on the sort of norm, the 10-minute mark on average going by this. Now, what you have to admire there is Idle did everything right to try and get that defused. Dystans pushed forward, support fighter try and clear out the reinforcements, and then it was just a case of U5 having so many players spawning up at that command post area to lay down the fire, and Dystans could only take down half of the team. Only half, anyway.
Only half. We do have Dynamite planted at the west wall. That's going to give them all 3 openings, east, west, and main. And oh wait, no it's not, because they're going to get a Dynamite defused at the west wall, and so we'll be waiting. They still got plenty of options available to them to come in and attack and try to get these crane controls built. Looking at the U5 team, they're trying to come in that main entrance, coming up against heavy fire, artillery support raining down outside that depot gate, and I am watching Axe as he is trying to get himself inside the depot gate, try to find his teammates, make sure everyone's up and running, making his way. Once again, we have the west depot gate planted. Holz versus Axe. Axe down for the count. Now we're watching for the next attack from United5. A little boost going on here. Bob trying to get Silver over the wall and do just a little change in their attack plan.
Well, U5 can't get bogged down on what is one of the most unimportant stages. They're just got to get that Dynamite in. Idle will fall back pretty much instantly once they know that they're vulnerable from 3 places, and they need to just get it in. Current controls being built by Spartan right now. Oh, Lang having none of it, but Special now making his way through, backed up by Silver. They will push on away. Lang now taking damage from Special, coming in with that Thompson frag, and let's see whether this United5 team can actually push on up. They have 3 players on the main stairway. HK is in there. One of the 2 players left up this Idle side on the top level. HK dropping 1. Spy dropping HK with a team frag grenade. And now Silver has to make the most of this. U5 need to make a push while they have the numbers. Oh, they don't. They just have Silver. And let's see what this Idle team have on this top level. HK, Dystans. Now they've fully fallen back. Idle are well in position for another assault.
And Special just runs in, doesn't look behind him, gets flanked by one of the Idle players, and he's going to have to start over once again. Not going to be revived this time around. Dystans coming through with some great grenade damage. All over the level, we see explosions. We're having a hard time getting these engineers inside to get those crane controls built. Watching Aaliyah, he's waiting for his teammates to come and give him some support so he can head upstairs, watching that Axis spawn to do as much damage as possible. Goes in, finds Spy, gonna try to trip him up. Instead, Holtz double teaming, and Aaliyah down. We're watching outside again as we have another attack coming through. Have we any sign of the engineers making it to even to the top of the stairs to make an attack on those crane controls, or are they just not even coming close?
No, but they're keeping some of the Axis players just bogged down, not actually able to get in position. If you can do that with minimal numbers, then that's okay, but it's costing them most of their team to actually do it. Spy and Galahad back up in position. We're seeing Dystans exert a real influence on these stairways, and it's nothing that we wouldn't expect from him. He was Gazeta for U96D, who are obviously in the final. He was possibly their winning player for this past season in Europe. And now Special with that Panzerfaust on the main stairs. Going to toss a grenade to get in Galahad's direction. Galahad backing away. He needs his medic with him, though. Rifle nade bounced in by Spartan. Axe is going to be his medic for Special. Now there in it goes again. Galahad jumping away for dear life, and they'll push around. Spartan will give the call. Special jumps. Hop, skip, jump, fires, boom, 2 down. Now it's the push. Axe going in, and this allied side are going to lose their engineer so crucially, but Spartan is the second one.
Here comes Spartan in position, has the flyers out. He is going to get those crane controls built and then get slapped down by some fire. Can they get in and get get those pushed before they get destroyed. We have Bob outside, heading inside. Bob versus Lang. Lang
Oh,
the pistol, and
wow.
there we go. The button has been pushed, and that gold is on its way to the truck with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. The crowd goes crazy.
Well, you know, before this, players like No Thanks said if they can't do it on land, then whatever. But Bob was one of those that he questioned, and Bob just showed quite what he can do. 1, 2, 3. That could be the most influential play of this match. The gold is now nestled firmly in the back of that truck. Only 4 minutes left to go. Either way, this is going to be a very good time for Idle. Either way, we're looking at 12 minutes or more. And Idle are going to be very happy with that. Axka's guarding that truck with his life. Silver loses his life to Lang's rifle nade. Dystans clearing up Axka from the back. And now Idle have themselves 3 or 4 players just surrounding the back of that truck. Oh, Bob, 1, 2. Bob pushing in from the East Depot entrance. Self-kills. They're very, very vulnerable to a support fire at that back entrance, and I just wonder whether they may be able to pull it off.
Well, I'm watching HK as he's trying to keep his players up and running. They're guarding 3 on one side of the truck, 3 on the other, making sure that all entrances are locked down. HK getting into it with Spartan, and Spartan's going to do plenty of damage, trying to clear the way out for the U5 team to get that truck back underway. Idle putting up some nice defense and taking away more and more time, giving them more opportunity to beat the time and when they get control of the Allied side. These guys seem to be feeling very comfortable, the Idle team, with their defense of this truck, but finally we are going to get U5 in there, get that truck on the way. Axe, Bob, a couple other players in there, but artillery support coming out from Holz. 2 down for the count, and that is not a good position for U5 to be in. More time getting stolen away from them.
Very much so. Now, if we compare Idle versus Kinetic to Idle versus U5, there's a big difference. Kinetic got full held on supply at the crane controls, but U5 just starting to actually challenge Idle a little bit more, push it on further. That Kinetic Idle game was absolutely amazing on radar, it has to be said. And Idle got a run for their money there. They may get a run for their money here. Support fire tossed in. A second one going into that tank. Spartan may fall victim to that. No, he's already down for the landmine. There it is!
Oh!
Dystans annihilates 3.
Wow.
One of them being his teammates, but Galahad and Spy will pick up the remaining U5 players.
Watching right now, you know, you see that support fire come through, and then it's complete and utter calm around that truck. Not a single player there because they're all able to push out and watch for the next spawn to come in for the Allied team. The truck right now very secure in Idle hands. 1 minute and 54 seconds left to go. I do expect to see a time, but this is not going to be a time that U5 was hoping for. We're going to be down to almost the final seconds. As long as they set a time, I'm sure that they'll feel better about it than getting held for the full 15 minutes. But, you know, with 1:38 left to go, and U5 Silver finally sneaking in and getting the truck just a little bit further, they cannot go this slow for the remainder of the map, or they will not make that exit.
They've already been held at 2 minutes and 30 seconds with this truck. Now Axe. Oh, double Panzerfaust from Special coming in, just annihilating himself, suicide bombing them out there. Dystans and Lang racking themselves up 2 frags, but we're right outside that main entrance now. 1:13 on the clock. Mobile MG is HK in an interesting position to line up that main entrance, but the truck obviously provides cover from that, so it's not going to work. There it is again. Rifle dropped in by Lang. Special and Silver will pull it inch by inch by inch. And slowly, they think they can. They're getting it up that hill. 57 on the clock. They are going to do this finally.
All right, so we do have the truck swarmed by U5. The exit is in sight. Extraction point ready for them with 47 seconds left to go. The important point is that they have set a time. The tough part is
Oh!
not great. Whoa, Lang coming through with the mortar round. Stops them in their tracks, but they spawn just in time to continue the movement of the truck. And they will... Oh, another mortar round. 3 down. 30 seconds left. They got to get someone in there. And sure enough, Alea touches the truck just in time to set a time of 14 minutes and 32 seconds.
Wow, Lang came into this, you know, the big players of this team are Dystans, HK, and Holz. Lang comes up with that, puts on an extra 10 seconds, and let's see whether that could play hugely come the end of this. 34, 35, and for 31 were the top Idle stats there, and really you have to say that Idle played very strongly there, but there was a lot of encouragement for U5. A lot of, you know, Idle are freshly warmed up. They've already played one game today. U5 just here, you know, this is their first game. U5 will be happy with that. With every minute that goes on, they will sort of gain a little bit of confidence, a little bit more, and you just you feel that there's encouragement from that when we go to Gold Rush in particular. This one could go to 3 maps.
It really could. And you know what? It's actually good for Idle there. You know, you're talking about they're gaining their confidence. Those mortar rounds at the end have to just really boost everyone. You know, just everyone feeling that rush, that high of, man, we closed this one in style. Let's see what happens in the second half. Let's just rush through there and let's just obliterate that time. You have to know that that's their goal. If the better they do on this one, the more likely they're going to do well on Gold Rush. I mean, they just want to keep their momentum going and really pick up on that and just go crazy. So
very much so.
I want to give you a quick rundown if you don't know. U5 versus Idle. Playing for U5, it's Silver, Spartan, Bob, Special, Aaliyah, and Axe. Playing for Idle, Spy, Galahad, HK, Lang, Holz, and Dystans. These guys just about ready to go. We're waiting on one from each team, Holz and Silver, to give the ready up. And then we'll get the second half underway. 14 minutes and 32 seconds will be on the clock, and we'll see how fast this goes. Will we see it go down to the final seconds, and will that extra 10 seconds make all the difference?
14:32 is about as good as a full hold anyway, so Idle will be happy. But let's see. 3, 2, 1. We are underway once again with Idle knowing it's in their hands to win this map. They're not going to utilize a Panzer on their offensive support fire. TosspoT very, very deep. That one will just push all the way back to the tree. Made famous sort of by Junk 52, that one I felt. And now it will be Lang going down. Grenade using the momentum from Lang. Oh, not going to happen. U5 very grouped up in that bottom level. A Panzer would absolutely rage them. There's 3 of them there. There's absolutely, there's finally a support fire going in. And now Lang will just hop, skip, and jump down between the support fire. And now he's in a great position with Axe not knowing he's behind you. Boom.
Watching inside, we have got a couple of Idle guys inside. We're looking for the engineer. It's going to be Lang up here, waiting for his teammates to support him. Dynamite going down for Idle, and Dynamite has been planted using 2 engineers to get that in as fast as possible. 25 seconds left on the Dynamite. The Axis do have control of the forward bunker, but not for long. It's going crazy up there as they're trying to hold on. Idle wants to keep that forward bunker, save them some time. Idle Lang already putting back down Dynamite at the rear spawn exit. So that's 2 Dynamites down for the Idle team. 13 minutes, 22 seconds left to go. No sign of a defuse. 3 seconds left on that lower Dynamite, and that forward bunker will be blown.
Now the U5 side just about in position now for the next stage. They would have liked to have at least put on another 2 minutes or so on that first stage. Very much against the run of plan for them. Now, HK and Idle about to make their push up the hill. Truck is slowly moving with them. They have 4 players just waiting for the fire for effect to end. No need to lose their life to that. Spartan drops dystans with the MP40. Now the grenade goes in, finishes off his body. Galahad is self-killed, and they're going to push in once again. Support fire forward. Second one going across. Nicely timed. One to the gate, one to the command post. It's going to be Axe to gets surrounded there. That's none of the support fires actually connected. Silver with 1. Spartan dropping another special, and Axe. U5 come alive here, and it's just a question of getting those gibs in and finishing that attack off. But that was very nicely done, but they're coming again.
All right, so we have 12 minutes, 27 seconds left on the second half of this first map of Supply Depot.
Oh!
Next attack coming in from Idle, but look at that. U5 Special throws out the artillery support. 3 in 1 shot, and that's going to slow things down for the Idle team. U5 needs every second they can steal away, and they claimed a good one there. Watching around, the command post is still claimed by the Axis team. More explosions happening as Idle makes their next attack. We're watching for them. They're going to once again put some focus on the command post. Very important position for them. Looking for the covert ops. See if we get them back up and running. We have a field ops out here. I see a lot of medics, but no sign of the covert inside. That could be changing very soon. Watching out here, where is that covert?
Well, it looks like they're just going to leave that command post while the Axis team are down. Lang goes, trip specials landmine. How important could that be? HK with a revive. Where are the Axis team? Dystans dropping a support fire in there, just missing the Axis spawn. But Dynamite yellow, Dynamite now red on that main entrance. And U5 with 11 minutes and 22 seconds to go. This is looking pretty bad for them right now.
It really is. 22 seconds left on that Dynamite. Watching around, no sign of either team. We're not seeing guarding. We're not seeing diffuses coming through. We're watching the time tick away on the Dynamite. I'm still watching in all directions as it just kind of seems the Dynamite sitting there. No one's going to do anything with it. Spartan runs by it, but he's a field op, so he's not going to be able to defuse. And with 4 seconds left, that main entrance will be blown open. At the same time, Lang rotates back as an engineer, takes the command post, and these guys are just flying across Supply Depot. 10 minutes, 48 seconds left to go, and they're already on to the crane control stage.
Yes, they are. It's just a question now of U5 locking down these two side walls. If they can just keep it to them only attacking through that main depot gate, then it's easy to crossfire. But with Dino down on the east, and now an attempt on the west, and I don't see any shape of an engineer going towards east, then they're not going to have that luxury of being able to put extra minutes on, as teams like Czech 6 will often do at this stage of a match. Now, support fire down, U5 debating whether to just hold on here or fall back. We still have 3 players surrounding that truck. Looks like they're going to hold on for a while at least. Garand frag coming in by Lang. Aaliyah hits the deck. dystans with the self-kill. Dynamite now yellow on the west depot wall. And really, now it's end game. 10 minutes to hold on to that final stage. It will be monumental for sure.
Especially with the way that Idle's playing right now, really working as a team, sending 3 over to the west wall to get the dynamite down. They're getting dynamite down on both sides. They're guarding it. We will see all entrances open. 10 seconds left on one of the walls. And just following around here, looking at Idle's next attack, they got 4 going through the main entrance, about to head inside. And we're watching for the engineers to make their move on those parts. Alea from U5 up high, guarding those crane controls, trying to pick them off as they come through the doorway, able to get some nice Luger damage in on Galahad, but we are going to have self-kills as Idle going to start once again from the spawn, make another attack as a team, rushing in together.
Yeah, it's U5 are very much split up, and they're not going to let a player like dystans, influence them with an airstrike. Axe coming in with 1, 2, Spartan dropping the 3rd, HK hits the deck, Special joining in on the fun, and this Idle attack has again hit the deck. Special pushing forward that time, Spartan will follow in, down dystans. I guess Special had a spawn coming up. Yeah, Silver with a self-kill. And Galahad, though, with that self-kill, will run in unopposed, hits the deck. Is that a mortar shot, or was that a grenade? It is a mortar.
Holz is set up as a mortar, back, all the way back at the Allied spawn, trying to do some damage, kind of mess with them a little bit and see if he can clear out the way for his team. 8 minutes, 46 seconds left to go. Idle grouping up, dodge, see the airstrike coming down, not going to touch them. They are now headed over to that east entrance, and they are going to come in attacking. The guns are raging. Can they get through dodging the grenades? We have a one-on-one Spy versus Special, and a lot of death going on, and look at U5 able to clear out 1, 2, and 3, feeling pretty good about that push. Can they hold them off for 8 minutes and 22 seconds? It's going to be a tough call with the truck now moving into position. Watching inside, any sign of the Idle engineers making an attempt?
Not just yet. Alia's up there covering it. The very clever play by Galahad. He pushed in from east while the rest of the attack was going on in east. He followed around, dropped down the back entrance spawn, came around and back raged some, and got himself up and got a nice little way to clear out that defense. But you know, nice. Oh, Silver and Special dropped my Spy's grenade there. They have to get back into position here quickly, U5. They are now up, but U5 can take heart. They just added 2 minutes with that sort of mid-stage defense. Lang and Spy backed up by Holz. HK, 4 Idle players leading the charge here. 1 grenade would do them all the way. Garand's in hand. 1 medic's hit the deck. A second medic going for the revive. No grenade going to quite reach them. And Idle have 5 players. The Estonians are coming. Bob, 1. Bob coming in with a second. Lang with a grenade. Dropping Bob finally. Construction is underway. Is it going to be a Panzerfaust? No. And Idle will clear this one out. There it is from Special. Too little, too late. Allied side with 7:22 to get that truck home.
So the gold crate is loading up. Let's take a look at this truck. We do have U5 all around, Alea around front, Axe out there, Special as well. Dystans trying to come in as it lines up, and check out that Panzerfaust from Holz, clearing out the opposition and getting that truck underway. We have 2 guarding that truck, Spy in the flatbed, Holz on the side. They're going to do as much damage as possible to keep that truck moving with 7 minutes left to go. Okay, there's just no way that they're going to stop them from reaching it to the extraction point. It's just not going to be possible, especially since they have not been paused as of yet. Finally, Silver getting onto that flatbed, gets into a one-on-one with Spy. Spy somehow still alive. A grenade finally comes in, and Spy is ripped off that flatbed, but not before the rest of his team is able to come in and offer support.
Yeah, very nice here by Idle. Either way, it doesn't matter what U5 did on their offense now. It doesn't matter the fact the time was long. This is going to be a pretty good time anyway. We're looking at 9 to 10 minutes, and that is your norm for fast to average time. And really, U5 set the tone with that slow offense themselves. But you have to look at this and say, let's compare SW Gold Rush and Supply Depot. The same qualities that Idle will have used here to be so aggressive will certainly come in handy on Gold Rush, and I just wonder whether that was the wrong map choice against Idle.
We're going to find out very soon at the rate this is going as we have the final push as the truck is trapped in the entrance to the depot, but not for long as the truck back underway. We have idle all over the place. Going to come up here, swooping up in the front. We had a sport fire out, not touching HK, so HK continues the run. His teammates are joining him. Holz off to the side. There's no stopping this truck now. 5 minutes, 40 seconds left to go, and this time about to go out. Good games being exchanged for this first map. Coming up next, some Gold Rush. Let's take a look at this final time. Let me see. There we go. The final time is going to be 9 minutes and 1 second versus 14:32. Clapping going out this first round, very securely claimed by idle.
Yes, it was, and it's just a question now of whether idle can really follow up. If idle can follow up and play their game, then they can do it, and that's what's beautiful about SW Gold Rush.
Now, I do want to give a note out to all of you on the interweb who are tuned into ETTV. The Shoutcast delay apparently is drifting, but they're working on it, trying to get things matched up so that you can enjoy listening. Well, isn't TosspoT just great? I mean, you're great. But, so you can actually listen to TosspoT.